Federalism is an intrinsic part of our constitutional setup. Magodo land crisis, Nigerians, federalism. The Magodo Lagos incident is the rule of law tussle. AGF and IGP's agents lawfully cannot evade the estate in the pretext of enforcing a Supreme Court judgment. They are not sheriffs of courts empowered to do so under the Sheriff and Civil Process Acts. If the Lagos State government disobeys court order, the redress venue is still the court, not office of the IGP or AGF. What the DOE and the police are doing in that estate is a blatant illegality. Their actions have no basis in the law. The AGF has no power to instruct the IGP to enforce the judgment of a Supreme Court. The IGP have no authority outside the provisions of the Sheriff and Civil Process Act to enforce the order of any court, supreme, appellate, or high. If the judgment is being disobeyed, it is still the court that parties must return to. Court judgments are not enforced by policemen, but by the sheriffs, who are assisted by security agents like the police. The enforcers are the sheriff, and the mechanism of enforcement is a civil process, not a martial or police process. The Supreme Court has the NJC by its side to receive a petition and punish any judicial officer that may be frustrating enforcement of its order, and can direct that the CJ of any state should ensure that any sheriff that subverts its order be sanctioned. We should not support a situation in which agents of the central government in a supposed federation are recklessly evading a state in the name of enforcing a judgment in the face of tons of judgment being disobeyed by the federal government and its agencies, including the police force. No reasonable person should support this irresponsible conduct. For the Lagos State government that is locked in a fresh legal battle with the judgment creditors on appeal over the writ of possession that was issued and set aside, the resolution route is a settlement and compliance with the judgment. The judgment of our court is binding on all authorities and persons throughout the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Section 287 of the 1999 Constitution as amended. The judiciary that gave the judgment is a third arm of government. It is therefore an act of executive lawlessness if the executive branch willfully and perennially disobey the decision of the judicial arm. We note, however, that litigation is still pending on the enforcement aspect of the judgment. Incidentally, history is repeating itself. The complaint of the judgment creditor was that while their action was in court, and after the court had granted an injunction in their favor, the Lagos State government and its officials kept allocating their lands to third parties. I would therefore advocate that the judgment of our court must be enforced the right way, as specified by law. No one should be allowed to introduce an enforcement method unknown to the laws of the land. This is a true way to protect the rule of law and protect our judiciary from attack with illegality. I shall go to Rabbi again.